Last month, Josh and I had a huge fight. We were fighting over him being fired from his job. Josh got up off the floor abruptly, grabbed my wrist like this, and yanked me off of the chair onto the floor. I'm on the floor, and he just grabbed my neck and was choking me. And I kept saying, Josh, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And I'm trying to pry his hands off my neck. He finally let go. I was just sitting here stunned, shocked of what happened, and then he left. That's the first time I truly feared Josh.
Well, Josh says Danielle blames him for everything wrong in their marriage, and it's just not fair. He claims he tries to warn Danielle when he's on the verge of violence, but she pushes and pushes until he explodes.
My marriage with Danielle is so unhealthy. I can admit that putting hands on my wife is completely inexcusable, but Danielle won't take responsibility for her actions towards me. I can't just snap my fingers and take it all away, and if I could, I would.
Honestly, he has said that so many times that I don't even believe it anymore.
I feel she starts most of our arguments. Danielle never lets up on a fight and never walks away. In these moments, I've pushed, slapped, and choked my wife. Danielle also gets physical during arguments. She'll bite me, even slap me.
He becomes physical with me, and so I do fight back in self-defense.
Unfortunately, the fights are in front of the kids. Once the fighting starts, things get ugly quick. I feel most of my issues are because of my bipolar disorder. I checked myself into the hospital for a mental evaluation, was out for 3 days, and I was fired for missing work. The fight happened because Danielle insisted that I sue my previous employer for what she thinks is wrongful termination. She ended up on the floor with my hands around her throat. I blacked out, and that's all I remember about the incident.
Honestly, I have a hard time looking at him without feeling hate.
It hurts. I stay with Danielle because I do love her. I love my kids. I want to work this out. I think we're at the point where it's now or never.
And I'm honestly not sure if I want that at this point.
Divorce has come up multiple times in arguments, but I really don't want that. I wouldn't get the visitation rights that I deserve with my kids. Danielle has made it very clear that she would keep my children from me.
Well, Josh, you guys have been together for 7 years, married 6, together for 7?
Correct.
And you've had a volatile relationship from the start.
More or less, yes.
Okay, and you've gotten help, and it helps at times for a while, and then it kind of reverts back.
Yeah, and we've been in marriage counseling, which helped, but we always tend to fall back on previous behaviors.
Mm-hmm. And you freely admit that you attack her physically.
Yes, I have attacked her physically, and I know that there's no excuse for that, bipolar or not. There's no reason to ever lay my hands on her.
What reason do you give yourself when you do it?
I feel like I'm so enraged. And like I said, I feel like it's almost like I black out and lose control. And I want to get a hold of that so that I don't lay my hands on her, so that doesn't happen.
You've been in relationships before her.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you do the same thing then?
It never got this bad, but they were volatile. You know, I did argue.
But you don't remember ever putting your hands on a woman before her?
No. Not that I can recall.
Well, that'd be something you'd recall.
I can't sit here and say that I didn't, but I don't recall ever laying my hands on a woman before now.
You say that Danielle won't take any responsibility for her actions and blames it all on you.
Correct. I feel like when I try to talk to Danielle about issues, about arguments that have happened, I feel like she kind of reflects the blame all on me. You know, if I hadn't have done this, if I hadn't have done that, you know, I'm the reason that we were arguing. You know, I definitely feel like she reflects blame a lot onto me.
Yeah. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.